All the universe theories you need to know. The main question of this theory is the consciousness that goes and comes back the same or different? The brain creates consciousness. The continuity of consciousness comes from here. When we faint or sleep, our consciousness is disabled and comes back when we wake up. Memories from yesterday and other memories are transferred to the consciousness that has come back. So is this consciousness the same consciousness that goes and comes back, or does it have a different model? Regardless of the subject, we do not completely lose our consciousness while sleeping. According to a study conducted in 2016, our consciousness does not completely shut down even while sleeping. Although the speed of light has been measured precisely today, it was previously believed that light had an infinite speed or that it did not have any speed. Danish astronomer Ole Romer made history as the first person to measure the speed of light by observing the eclipse timing of Jupiter's moon Io in 1676. Although the speed of light is no longer theoretical today, it would be a mistake to ignore this theory since it has made a great contribution to the world of astronomy. Before Isaac Newton mathematically put gravity on paper in 1687, the force remained in theory. As a result of various experiments and observations, Newton's discovery was proven correct, and gravity is now one of the realities of our universe, no longer in theory. When the famous chemist and physicist John Dalton put forward the atomic theory in 1803, he stated that everything in the universe is formed according to atoms and their properties. To summarize, Dalton argued the following: all matter consists of atoms that cannot be divided and destroyed. All atoms of a given element are the same in terms of mass and properties. Compounds are combinations of two or more different types of atoms. A chemical reaction is the rearrangement of atoms. Thanks to Dalton, a new door was opened to our view of the universe, matter. And, since it is a proven fact, the atomic theory is not a theory, but one of the other facts in our universe. Samuel Burley Rowbotham, also known as Parallax, put forward the theory that the world is flat, especially in his book Zetetic Astronomy. The Earth is not a sphere, with an anarchic attitude. According to Rowbotham, the world is a flat disk. He also argued that the North Pole surrounds this disk like a wall and that the sun, moon, planets and stars are only a few thousand km away from the world. My dear Rowbotham, if you were alive today, I would like to see you at the head of the Flat Earth Society. The eternal return or eternal cycle is that time repeats itself in an endless cycle and everything repeats itself forever, both in time and space. Repeating events are always the same and never change. This theory put forward by Nietzsche is a bit too philosophical, but I didn't want to skip it because it covers the entire universe. Imagine a brain floating in space and imagining reality. Its name is Boltzmann brain. What did Descartes say? Cogito ergo sum, meaning I think, therefore I am. At least we have a sentence that supports the existence of a brain floating in infinite space. General relativity is a theory developed by Einstein and explains how spacetime reacts to the presence of mass and energy. Mass and energy create gravity by warping the fabric of spacetime. This theory provides a basic framework for explaining the motion of celestial bodies and the general structure of the universe. General relativity helps us understand the relative nature of time and space, explaining many phenomena from black holes to cosmic expansion. The wormhole theory is a theory based on the theory of general relativity that enables travel between different points by creating shortenings in spacetime. According to this theory, a type of tunnel called a wormhole connects two separate points in spacetime. In this way, great distances can be covered and time travel can be done by shortening spacetime. The Fermi paradox was first brought up by Enrico Fermi, Edward Teller, Emil Konopinski and Herbert York during a speech at Los Alamos in 1950. The paradox arose from a discussion about flying saucers and the possibility of faster-than-light interstellar travel. Fermi asked the world-famous question, "Where is everyone?" referring to the abundance of Earth-like planets and the long history of the Milky Way galaxy. He argued that Earth must have been visited many times by extraterrestrial civilizations.